Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal, Vandweller, back with more stupid Tetris Monthly. No next box edition for July 2025. And what we've got for you today is the final preliminary. No, not the finals, but the last preliminary. And that one is the purple bracket. So that is every other top 16 spot filled in, right? There they are, except for this recalcitrant purple bracket. And yeah, it's gonna feed into Gerald, so you know, of course, people are they're reluctant to play, right? Because Gerald has got apparently that unrecorded 611,000. So of course nobody wants to take on Gerald. They're all too scared, but we gotta play. I don't know if they're scared, but they gotta play because they're here and they signed up for it, and that is how it works. So it's gonna be Chroma with how many underscores? 8 underscores, right? Chroma 8 underscores versus Draco in round 1. The winner will take on Rurczak, who is both shaggy and bald, which, you know, how are you both shaggy and bald? That's crazy, right? Is that possible? Well, you're gonna find out. All right, Chroma versus Draco, winner versus Rurczak, and eventually the winner of this will take on Gerald Freeman in the top 16. I don't care about my Java updater, so please go away. Yeah, and just to give you a sense of where we're at in the tournament, I mean, this is the top 16, right? There they are. Some big names in there: Dog and Hydrant, Miles, Bendy, Scooty, Shadow, Pixelandy, Cobra, Fractal, Peak, Dylan, and then, you know, newer players like Steel and Ghost. So that's exciting. But yeah, we already have some results in our top 8 in our final 4. Dog defeated Miles in the round of 8 to make it to the semifinals, and Dylan defeated Fractal in our most recent broadcast to make it to the final 4. So we got 2 more semifinal spots to determine. So let's get the show on the road. Let's take a look at our rules. Nobody's doing same piece sets Chroma. That is not something that we are doing. Anyway, 32 player, yeah, what is this? This is a 32 player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play an emulator or console so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. They can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronical or mechanical. Biological turbo only. Level 9 starts is what we are doing, right? Level 9. And I know the temptation is there to hit A and start when you start a game because you're used to doing that, but try to resist the urge. Level 9, not 19. Next piece preview is off, right? No next box. That is what this tournament is about. I recommend that you play a garbage game before you start your tournament match, and turn off the next piece preview during that garbage game. And then when you top out, make sure you don't use the BA select start to like rage quit, to quick quit out of a game, because you will end up turning your next box back on. So just, you know, top out naturally and hit the start button. Otherwise, we're going to restart the games multiple times. So don't do that. And remember, we are not using same piece sets. No same piece sets will be used. Players cannot cheat off each other's boards. Not cheating, but they can't look at each other's boards to get a sense of what droughts, or listen to me, to get a sense of what droughts are coming up, or when a long bar is coming, or to get a sense of what the next pieces are, anything like that. It is a true no next piece tournament. Players should not receive any in-game real-time advice. Nobody in your ear or in the room telling you about your opponent's board state or your board state or how you should play or anything like that. And if you do experience tech issues like internet outages or OBS's, or your computer is kind of sputtering or whatever, just keep playing and await further instructions. I will give you instructions about what to do, and I will manage that. So just keep playing as though the game counts until you hear otherwise. Okay? Easy. Yeah, and do not pause, right? People pause and go, "Oh, I'm experiencing texture issues. Do you want me to continue? Should I keep going? What should I do? I'm going to pause here. Just ask." And the guy, he wants me to pause. I don't want you to pause. Just keep playing. Do not pause. Okay, the winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which has reached its goal. Our goal is $1,000 to pay the top 8. We've got $1,082.33, thanks to everybody who has contributed to this prize pool to help us reach our goal. This makes me feel like, oh, people do want to see more Stupid Tetris Monthly. Obviously, it won't be no next box. There'll be different modes rotating every single time we do it. So thanks to those of you who have contributed to the prize pool. Big shouts to Scott Gray for a big chunk of that. Really appreciate that. So, yeah, but we're not done. If you want to continue to support the prize pool, you can do it. Use the Matcherino command where you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. That'll bring up some links. One of them says STM or NNB or whatever. Click on that one. That'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. Once you're at the page, top right-hand corner, it says log in. Click on that to log in. You can use your existing Twitch or YouTube account to log in. It's easy and fun. I don't know how fun it is, but it's easy. And once you're logged in, you can find yourself a mustard-colored button that says contribute. Click on that button. It'll open up a little thing where you can, contribute. So if you're watching after the fact, you can go to go.ctm.gg/prize. I think ctm.gg/Matcherino also works. All right, that's how to support the players. To support the channel, go to patreon.com/monthly Tetris. That's where you can make an ongoing pledge of support to keep this channel going. That is one great way to support us, just like these people have done. Like Scott Gray, Jay No Window, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cacket, Mila, and Jason. There are other ways to support us as well. You can go to if you're watching on YouTube, you can use super chats and stickers. You can subscribe? Is it subscribe? Or you can join the channel as a member, I think is how they put it. It's a channel membership over on YouTube. You can gift a channel membership. You can gift multiple channel memberships if you want to. Over on Twitch, we've got bits. We've got subscriptions. You can gift a subscription. What else can you do? Oh, you can gigantify an emote. You can gift multiple subscriptions. You can, if you're an Amazon Prime member, you've got an Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime gaming subscription that you can grant to the streamer of your choice on a monthly basis. Use it or lose it, so don't lose it. If you're going to lose it, at least send it to us. All right. That is how to support the players and the channel. And Mino Floof wants to see more Stupid Tetris Monthly, so they've contributed $50 to that prize pool to get us up to $1132.33. Thank you, Mino Floof. Really appreciate that. That is very nice, and I'm sure the players appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to go over to our little scene here. We'll make our adjustments of our cameras and get it all going. And so you can watch all the jank happen live. Because why not? Oh my God! Wait a minute. Wait till you see. Wait till you get a load of this individual here. What is it? C21. My word. All right. Here we go. Oh my God! It's like the new Tommy. Hold on. Let me get Chroma going here. We haven't had a Tommy in a while, so we got a brand new Tommy, sunglasses and all. Should I flip Chroma around? I don't know. Maybe I won't. Maybe I should. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. Nah, he looks very cool, like looking away from his pieces, right? So we'll try to have him look away from his pieces, which looks way cooler. It's like, oh, I could care less, right? And that's what cool is. Cool means not caring, right? Go ahead and fix stencil up a little bit here. And we'll get Draco camera situated. Oh, that's not Draco's camera. Where's Draco's camera? Draco is 28 camera-wise. Where is... Oh, there it is. Got it. All right, so we'll get Draco going. Oh, yes, Draco. Another table toter. All right, we got a lot to work with on Draco's side. All right, looks like players are getting some last moment practice in. I gotta remember to lock these sources down when I leave. All right, here we go. Okay, players, when you are ready, you can go to the level select screen and you can signal ready. And yeah, Draco, you do not have to have your Hertz and input display turned on. So you do not have to have that turned on. You can turn that off. That's just for Tap Masters. I mean, you know. Or Das Masters, whatever you're playing. You know, for a moment, I was going to Photoshop the little dragon there off the top of Draco's head. Or whatever that creature is, but I had to leave it. I had to leave it on. All right, looks like we've got both players who are ready. And remember, players, don't rage quit out of your games, like with the AB select start, because it'll turn the next box back on. All right. Okay, looks like both players are ready. Level 9 starts, not level 19 starts. Believe me, I know from experience, you're going to want to hold down that A button when you hit start, and it's going to happen, but don't do it. All right. Looks like both players are ready. Let's go ahead and get them started in game number 1. Stupid Tetris Monthly, no next box edition, July 2025. The purple bracket, Chroma versus Draco in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Tio says, I feel like rage quit is a misnomer, more like a quick exit. Yeah, I know. People know what I'm saying, and it's just a fun, quick way to say the same thing. And Draco, your next box is on. Draco, next box is on. So just top out naturally. Just top out naturally. And you can start, just start. Oh. Well, wait a minute. It might be the version of Jim you have. You might have to here. Let's just top out. It might be the version of Jim you have. Okay, yeah, you're good. All right. Let's just top out, guys. Let's just top out because I already said top out, and I don't want to confuse our players. So let's just have a clean start to game 1. Clean start to game 1 because I did say top out. So let's just have a clean start. All right. Chroma, top out. You're fine. No, it happens. Peak Eric has the record. Peak Eric has the record. We had to start one game 5 times. We had to start one game 5 times. So you haven't approached the record yet. All right. Thank you, Chroma. Chroma cannot be flustered. Chroma is totally on, cool character. Yeah. Leaving level select turns it back on. All right. Chroma's just checking. All right. Anyway, Chroma versus Draco, purple bracket, STM no next box, July 2025. As soon as both players signal ready, we can get started. Yeah, no worries. You could just signaling ready on the level select screen does not turn it back on. So you can do that. All right. It's all very delicate. So as soon as you're ready, we will start. I don't see that they're ready, but I just signal ready when you are ready. All right. Both players are ready. STM no next box, purple bracket. We're going to do this right this time. Chroma versus Draco in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Let's see. It's going to happen. I believe in us this time. I believe in us very much this time. It's going to happen. It's going to work. Here we go. There. All right. There's one game started and there's 2 games started. Wow. Amazing. I mean, that is really the toughest part of the tournament, is actually starting a game under the rules of the tournament. Seems to be very challenging. Because, yeah, it's challenging to start a game with no Xbox, right? You have to, all your instincts are being challenged. You know, you want to hold down A when you hit start because you're always starting on 18 or 19 or whatever. You want to rage quit, quick quit out of a game. There's a lot of discipline involved. All right, looks like both players are underway on the left side of your screen. It is who? It's Chroma. Chroma qualified in with a 327,000 average of his best 2 games played in a 1 hour qualifying period. Chroma representing South Korea. He's won a community tournament back in December of 2023. He's been in the Challenger circuit a couple times, played in Mega Masters in 2024, made his Masters, his monthly Masters debut. This year? Was it last month? Yeah, I think it was last month. It was June, right? Also has been in Deathmatch 5 times, finishing as high as the top 8, which he did in March of 2025. Well, Chroma was a player I didn't really know a ton about coming into the year, but really has established himself as a regular in Deathmatch, now making it into the Masters event. And really, we've been missing Tommy, so Chroma is the new Tommy. Sunglasses, I think it's great. On the right side of your screen, it is Draco, who qualified in with a 305 average of his best 2 games played in a 1 hour qualifying period. Draco has been in CTWC's gold bracket 2 times, in the silver bracket 3 times, and has finished as high in that silver bracket as the Final 4, which he did in 2021. You've also seen Draco at various regionals like the Columbus. Mostly the Columbus WPL regional, where he played one of my favorite players in 2021, old school player Mike Winzenek. But anyway, Draco here made a smattering of appearances in futures and hopefuls over the last few years as well. And a table toter, player who famously totes a table around to CTWC, has to bring a table on a plane because he's tapping on that table, and you can't tap on the tables at CTWC. That is not good. 93,000 here for Chroma, 81,000 for Draco. This is a no next box tournament, so the players cannot see the next piece, and that is why we are starting on level 9. It is extremely difficult to play on high speeds with no next box. If you've been watching this tournament, you've seen top players in the world struggling on level 9, level 10, and I think that is one of the fun parts of the tournament too, is to say, oh, all right, I'm seeing all the best players in the world struggling, maybe not just as I struggle, but it's fun to see them struggle. 143 for Chroma, 108 for Draco. Now, since we do start on level 9, all the transitions are, different or maybe unfamiliar. Level 10 is the first speed increase. That happens at 100 lines. There's another transition at 13, another one at 16, and then, of course, the one at 19, and they're not going to get all that deep into 19. 147 for Chroma, 112 for Draco. So I was, how when I use like the speed increase and I analogize it to miles per hour, well, I had to work it all out because I wanted to be able to give you miles per hour that, you know, that as we go along, level 10, level 13, level 16, level 19, but I had to work it out so that they were all whole numbers. I did not want to give you fractional miles per hour. So I've worked it all out. And I will give you a miles per hour. What is the no next box lines world record? I'm not sure what we know. And it kind of depends on what the starting level is. And so I'm not sure that that is even being tracked, Aaron. Higgins is here. Seiler's here. Chroma, Mino Floof, Gerald Freeman. Storm and Norman. Well, you know, Chroma and Storm and Norman are here. Cousin Avi is here. Corey Fenn. What is up? Mino Floof. Probably level 2. Yeah, well, that's probably the way to, you know, what's the highest level attained. Oh, Chroma's left side, kind of a problem. And he's got a high board here. That's going to be a split, I think. Triple. And he's into level 10. So if on level 9, we're going 30 miles an hour, now we're going 36 miles an hour. Oh my God. Holy crap. All right, 204 for Chroma, level 10, and this is going to be really tough. And yeah, having that left side kind of walled off or bifurcated board here, that is especially tough. And Chroma really just going to try to eke out whatever points he can. And 205 is the top out for Chroma. The target for Draco is 206. Mr. Burrow says, does your favorite streamer do math for you? No, of course not. And you know how hard it is for me to do math. I mean, I was a philosophy major, right? 183 for Draco. Needs to get to 206. So it's going to stay this speed until level 13. And this is hard to single and double this out because they're so low scoring. There's a nice Tetris. You love Tetris here if you can get them. 198 for Draco. I'm going to try to do this before level 13, that speed increase. Because once you get to level 13, it's like you're going 45 miles an hour, whereas now we're going 36 miles an hour. All right, Draco chopping this down. All right, there's a double. Single will do it. And Draco is good in game number 1. So you are good, Draco. Hazaravi failed philosophy class. No, rip. I can't even tell you how many philosophy classes I failed. I lost count. All right, so Draco, you are good before you get to that 45 mile an hour zone. Oh, there's that little dragon. All right. All right, players, when you're ready, go back to the level select screen and do it with a natural top out. And when you're ready, you can hit select. Okay, looks like both players are ready. Let's get them started in game number 2. Draco up 1 game to none. I'll give you the math. I'll tell you the math, all right? So, okay, on level 9, it's 30 miles an hour, right? Level 10, it's 36. Level 13, it's 45. Level 16, it's 60. Level 19 is 90, 29 is 180, and 39 is 160, right? I had to work it all out. And it's kind of like it goes with the miles per hour that I normally say anyway. Like I usually say like 18 is like going 60 miles an hour. Now you're going 90, right? So it all works out to even, you know, to whole numbers, which is great. Of course, once you get below 9, then it's not whole numbers, except for level 6, which is 10 miles an hour. I mean, if I'm gonna do math, I'm gonna say it out loud. It's gotta pay off a little bit, right? Yeah, they're very juicy math, indeed. Those of you who are patrons have access to my my CTM facts and logic prep sheet, so you can go. It's one of the tabs on there under the Tetris facts tab. 37,000 for Chroma. Draco has yet to Tetris. Now, Tetris is on level 9, are worth 12,000 points. Basically, 1,200 points times the level, but you always have to add 1 to the level since we started on level 0. All right, Draco setting up that T-spin and is rewarded with a T-piece, and he gets the spin. Tetris Draco, that is the first one. So 61,000 Chroma, 19,000 Draco. You want to see me play this mode? I do have a 400,000, but I got it a billion years ago, probably in 2021. All right, Draco uncovers the right side. Immediate long bar. You'll love to see it. There's a Tetris 34,000 Draco. Tetris Chroma 78,000. All right, Draco just going to put that Z-piece just kind of wherever he can find some landing spot. It's going to complicate his board a little bit, but he opens up that right side. If he can get a quick bar, that would be helpful, and he does. Now, you'll notice these players letting the pieces fall, 5, 6, 7 rows before they move it. And that's because it just takes that amount of time to sort of, okay, what piece am I getting? Where am I going to put it? And you have to do that consciously. So you're not getting that first frame, kind of movement when it enters the board. Tetris for Chroma, 138. So it is pretty hard to just play this on autopilot because you really gotta... You have no idea what it's going to be. It enters. You got to sit there. You got to judge. You got to evaluate. And if the board gets high, then you'll see players, it gets so high that you sort of have to guess where you're going to put the piece, right? Like, okay, I think most pieces are going over here, so I'm going to aim the piece and then adjust it at the last moment if it's not one of those pieces. So that is really the benefit of keeping the board low. Draco with a dependency here. Long bar, Tetris, 67,000. Tetris for Chroma. Another Tetris Chroma, 175. 68,000 for Draco. So Chroma with over 100,000 point lead. Draco back by 7 lines. All right, Draco's board getting a little bit high. Now remember, these players are not getting the same pieces, but I can tell you, yeah, Chroma with about 33 bars, Draco 25 bars. There's a bar. But Chroma has gotten a few more bars in this one. But what I have been finding, it is not necessarily bars that are the determining factor or the winner in these matches. It seems to be, believe it or not, the players' decisions. All right, Draco bringing this down. Look at this down stack here for Draco. Oh, opens up the right side now. He needs to not block, and he needs to get a bar, and he can't get the bar over quickly enough. He did not have enough time to react, and Draco is going to top out at 76,000. Chroma 215 through 89. That's a really good pace. Mr. Moonstruck says, why don't they play the same piece sets? Well, I'm going to give you a moment to ask yourself that question and see if you can come up with a good reason why they don't. I'm going to give you critical thinking topic here, an assignment. You have an assignment. So Chroma with a great pace right now. Anything over 200 going into 10 is solid. And anything over 220, 230 is really good because there's about 300,000 points available from 9 to 10, just a little over. And to capture, nearly 5/6 of it or whatever is really good. Okay, so let's go ahead and award the point. There's the point. Looks like both players are ready. Game number 3. What was once a best of 5, now a best of 3. Three, two, one, Tetris. All right, Mr. Moonstruck has thought about it. Are they allowed to watch the stream? I guess no next box refers to the next piece, and you don't want them to look at their opponent's screen for the next piece. You got it. You did it. Look at that. Imagine answering your own question. I love it. You did it. You worked it out. You figured it out. And that's one more question I don't have to answer, right? Isn't that great? All right, Chroma in a little kind of an early snarl here. Oh, it's some nice pieces. Oh, wow. Okay, just needs a J piece now, a long bar actually. Okay, and there's the bar. Still has to uncover. Cousin Avi says that sounded like AI. Oh no, Mr. Moonstruck, you didn't consult AI, did you? This is exactly what they're talking about. People can't think anymore because they just, any question, they just don't even take a moment to think about it. They just go AI, and AI tells them the answer. I kind of feel like that way with, even with Google before there was AI. It's like, something occurs to me, a question, right, occurs. And I immediately go to Google and look it up. There's no wonder. There's no thinking about it for a while. There's no saying, boy, I always wanted to know this. And then you stumble on the answer and have the joy of, an unanswered question finally being answered. And Google just completely, it's good. It's a great tool, but it kind of destroys that when you go too quick to Google. I feel like that's happening with AI as well. But even worse, because now even just simple reasoning you don't have to do. Gerald Freeman says, you can't argue using false facts anymore because people Google to check me. I know. It used to be so much easier to just make up facts in an argument. And then people just like Google check you live. It's the worst. Chroma going center well, which is so tough in this mode because really you've got to maintain 2 clean stacks with no next boxing. Maintaining 1 is hard enough. 79,000 Chroma, 113 for Draco. And Chroma setting up center well again. Column 7. And there's a Tetris in for Chroma. Vandy, do you use Chat GPT and AI? Yeah, sometimes for some things. But it really helps if you use it. I don't really use it for anything Tetris related, but it helps if you use it for something. You really have to use it responsibly. You have to kind of be an expert in the thing that you're using it for, I find. Because it does make a lot of, it doesn't know anything, right? So it's just stringing words together, which has some value, but you do have to be, you really need to be an expert in the thing that you're using it for. 106 for Chroma, 139 for Draco. Unless you're just trying to get a general sense of things, right? But it does make errors. And if you are an expert on the thing, the more errors you see that it makes, right? It's the same thing as the media, right? The more you're expert in a thing, 130 for Chroma, 142 for Draco, the more you realize just like the news and everything reported is just like nobody knows anything. But of course, as soon as, what do they call that? Man-Gel or Gell-Man amnesia, whatever it is. As soon as you go to a subject that you don't know well, you just go back and assume that everything's being reported accurately. But when it's something that you know extremely well, you can see just how everything is pretty much incorrect or shaded incorrectly. But you forget it when you go back to a topic that you don't know well. You say, oh yeah, everything's being reported accurately. I just could take it at face value. That's right. 147 for Draco, 135 for Chroma. 4 lines apart. Draco ahead by about 1 Tetris. Tetris Draco. But AI is a great tool. But you have to know how to use it, A hammer is a great tool if you know how to use it. Tetris for Draco, 187. 145 for Chroma. All right, Chroma getting up a little bit high. And 8 lines to go until level 9. A bar would be very helpful here. And he gets at that T. That's going to have to be dealt with. You see, you just do not have a lot of time to react here. Draco into level 10 at 190. And basically, you've got tapper versus tapper. Draco tapping on a controller, on a table. Chroma keyboard. All right, Draco up really high for level 10, now into level 11, has to adjust some pieces back. And Draco kind of in a spiral here. Oh no, and that is going to be a top out Draco, 196. Chroma now with a low enough board. The chase down target for Chroma is 196. And he's got a low enough board, but he's 6 lines away from the next speed increase. Just 25% faster. Right now we're going 36 miles an hour. We're about to be going 45 miles an hour. Oh my goodness. Wow. 196. Now into level 13. You can see it. It's faster. And you think, oh, it's not that fast. I'll tell you one thing, though. You watch this long enough, and then you go watch someone play on 18, or if, Chroma gets into level 18, it looks insanely fast. It's like way too fast. Even 13 looks like really fast right now. All right, Chroma is set up for a Tetris, and he's going to get it 192, so he's 3,000 points away. Like 2,000. On level 14, a double is worth 1,400, but he's setting up for the Tetris and gets it. And Chroma is going to take game number 3 in a Chasedown and go up 2 games to 1. And if you want to mullen it out a little bit till you die, that's fine. I mean, all right, so we're about to hit the next speed increase if he keeps going. Level 16, that's the same as level 18 speed. And now, or we're about to go 60 miles an hour. Now we're going 60 miles an hour. All right, Chroma getting daring here. Needs a bar just to get some last points. And, well, that is going to do it for Chroma. So Chroma takes game number 3. GG's Chroma. I'm just going to I got to take a moment to just refresh these streams because I think they're a little offset. 28 Draco. There we go. All right, looks like both players are ready. Chroma versus Draco, game number 4. Draco needs to win this one to stay in and force a deciding game number 5. Level 19, yes, is basically the kill screen in this version. You're not going to get much faster than that. You're not going to be setting up for Tetris's. Why didn't it send my pieces? Here we go. It didn't send my countdown. My button didn't work. I think I just didn't hit the button correctly, but there it is. Oh, I just sent 2 countdowns. There you go. Extra countdown. Testing my button. Okay, we are underway. Game number 4. Now, Gerald is in chat. Gerald has that 611 that's unrecorded. How deep did that go, Gerald? And did you score Tetrises on 19? The match with Gerald is the ultimate terminus of this preliminary bracket. So Gerald was in chat, maybe scoping out the competition. Level 20, he thinks 1 Tetris on 19. Left well for Draco, gets his first Tetris, 18,000. Tetris Chroma, 50,000. 21,000 Draco. Up Chess says, happy July 35th. Yes, indeed. I mean, this tournament is going to go to probably, I mean, we started it in the middle of July, so this one, oh, Draco going for the Vits. So it's going to probably end around August 15th, 16th, somewhere in there. Draco going to fill in the Vits with the long bar. Now wants another one for a Tetris. But has a lot of burns. Going to take one. And Tetris is for both. 47,000 Draco, 86,000 Chroma. So it'll end on July 46. That is correct. Yes. Black Ops says, why did Gerald get a 6'11 unrecorded PB, but he couldn't get a recorded world record? I'm assuming because nobody really wants to play this mode. So he probably just didn't play anymore or play much more. 83,000 for Draco, 122 for Chroma. I mean, I don't know. People get all kinds of unrecorded things, and then they don't get them recorded because there's not enough, attempts. Gerald says, I hate this mode. And yet, it's the mode that lured Gerald back into CTM. Gerald, what do you want the next STM to be? What's the next mode? 97,000 Draco, 136 for Chroma. You didn't know at the time? Whoops. You didn't know you hated it when you... Yeah, it's really bad. You want no bars? All right, you got it. No bars. You know, optimize for triples, right? So that that L piece becomes, if you're a right weller, that L piece becomes the new long bar. Next STM is Tetris, same seed, 39 line cap score attack. I don't think we're ready for that, Doogie. We're not ready for that. Yeah, we're going to have no rotation. My plan is to alternate slow modes and fast modes, because this month is kind of a slow mode. So I don't want people to get the sense that, oh, STM is just where you play slow-ass Tetris and are bored. So we're going to do something that's fast, and then we'll do a slow. 186 for Chroma, 147 for Draco. Yes, slow Tetris monthly. It's like the slow food movement, right? But slow Tetris movement. Oh, that's what it stands for. Slow Tetris movement. Holy moly. $159 for Draco, $190 for Chroma. Level 0 starts with double kill screen implemented at level 1. All right. We'll take it under advisement. 227 for Chroma, so Chroma's pacing right now. Tetris Draco 189. Draco needs to win this one to stay in. Chroma is into level 10 at 240. That is a and Draco's in at 203. Again, a good transition. But Chroma, you know, basically 4 Tetris ahead at the transition. All right, now we're going 36 miles an hour, guys. We were going 30, now we're going 36. Blistering speeds. All right, Draco here kind of struggling here, blocks the right side. So this is all guesswork now for Draco. He's got to get lucky. Oh, no, and that is going to be a top out for Draco. And Chroma, you are good in game number 4. Chroma, if you want to mullen this out, this is a really, really good pace. We will watch. But GG's Draco. You don't have to mullen it out. That's up to you. If you want to save your reps for the next match, that is fine too. That is up to you. What is that in kilometers? Oh my God. What is kilometers? You just multiply or divide miles by 1.6, right? All right, we'll watch Chroma as he mullins out this pretty good pace. 344 through 130 into level 13. We're going 45 miles an hour now. Oh my word. It's like we're driving through a thickly settled district. Oh, that left side for Chroma gonna need a bar. Needs bars all over the place. Has to block. Oh, it's not top 8. No, sorry. This is round 1. Shoot. Sorry about that. Oh, that left side for Chroma. That's total guesswork. You can't see a bar and get it over there that quickly. Yeah, it is round 1. Sorry, Cole. All right. Well, that was a good pace and a good try for Chroma. It doesn't matter, though. Chroma going to take this match. Draco, you are out. It was good to have you in this tournament. Hope to see you in another one. And we are going to go ahead and get our next match set up. We're going to run an ad, so if you need to take a moment to step away, feel free to do that. And we're going to bring in Rurczak in the next game. Let's run that ad on YouTube. Make them papers. Them dollar bills, y'all. All right, what is this? 21 and 12. All right, so we're going to goodbye 21. Hello 12. And we'll fix all the cams up. Don't worry. Goodbye 28. Hello 21. All right, let me go ahead and fix all the cams up and we'll get started. Hey, what's up, Jen? How's it going? All right, so we need to lock 28, unlock 21. There it is. Oh my God. All right, players, we do not use same piece sets, so you can ready up when you are ready to go. Remember, don't rage quit or quick quit out of a game using the AB select start. Make sure to top out naturally. And remember also that we are starting on level 9, so don't hold the start key when you select your level or start button, because you will start on 19. All right, well, looks like both players are ready. It is round 2 of Stupid Tetris Monthly, no next box. July 2025, Rurczak versus Chroma. Let us get them started. Rurczak, very excited to be here playing this stupid Tetris. Let's get him started. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Okay, on the left side, it is... who? It is Rurczak. You see him on Twitch as bald_shaggy. Qualified into this tournament with a 375,000. That was the average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. Got a first round bye in virtue of this top 16 seeding. Rurczak from Poland, so don't ask me to pronounce anyone's Polish name correctly because I can't do it. Rurczak with an overall PB of 1.162 million. Oh, wait, what happened? Wait, what happened? Oh, did you start in transition trainer mode? All right, let's restart. You started in transition trainer. All right, we're starting over. I mean, it's impossible to get a match started. It's impossible. It's impossible to get. It's, you know, I had the ability to check and I didn't. I had the ability to check and see that they were both on Tetris and I didn't do it. It's my fault. We got, you know, I got seed checked. Rogue Potato says the winner should really be the first person who can start a game without an error 3 times. Okay. Need to remove the... Okay. Gerald Freeman is saying one of you need to remove the next box. You might have all... Rurczak, did you quick quit out of the game? Let's just check 100% sure. Let's just start a garbage game right now. Somebody's got their next box on. Yeah, it was Rurczak. Thank you, Gerald. Okay. Did you top out naturally, Rurczak? Okay. All right, good. All right, perfect. All right, we're gonna get really for real start for real. Let's go and get them started. Stupid Tetris Monthly, no next box edition, July 2025, round 2. Rurczak versus Chroma in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we have begun. We really have begun. I can't believe it. It is hard to fathom that we have in fact started. I can't believe it. So on the left side of your screen, it is Rurczak, seed number 12, who qualified in with a 375,000 average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. Rurczak from Poland. You've seen Rurczak play in the DAS World Championship in 2023 and in the silver bracket in 2023. I don't know if Rurczak was at DAS 2025 in Germany, but I've also seen him play in various Poland-oriented events like CTWC Poland in 2022 and 2023, where he made the top 4. Also played in that CT Level 12 tournament that Evesy and or Pumpy have put on. So Rurczak been around Tetris scene for a while. Also 3 appearances, maybe 4 appearances in DAS Masters as well. So good to see Rurczak here in Stupid Tetris Monthly. On the right side of your screen, it is Chroma, who qualified in with a 327,000, representing Korea. Is a winner of a community tournament back in December of 2023, has been in the Challenger circuit a few times, played in Mega Masters in 2024, been a fairly regular player as of late in DAS Masters. He played 5 times, finished as high as the top 8 in March. That was March. And also, for the first time, played in the monthly Masters event. Did that in June. So last month, made his monthly Masters debut. Of course, as I said, he did play in Mega Masters in 2024. And Chroma defeated Draco to make it here to round 2. Rurczak is in round 2 in virtue of his top 16 qualifying seed. 89,000 for Rurczak, 65,000 for Chroma. PIW says he was at CTWC DAS 2025. Played with his new nick. Oh, I don't know his new nickname. I just know Rurczak. But I will use that next time when I know what it is. 101 from Rurczak. I didn't get it. I have not watched CTWC DAS yet. I know the result, the ultimate result, but I have not watched it yet. 102 Rurczak, 101 Chroma. What's up, Hector? Hector in chat. Doogie in chat. Tiao in chat. Up Chess is here. Fancy Mimi, by the way, tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. 15 months. And also earlier in the broadcast, I didn't verbally thank them. I thanked them in chat, but thank you. Mino Floof for the tier 1 sub. Chroma for 24 months sub. Appreciate that. $115 for Chroma. And over on YouTube, nothing. Thank you for nothing, YouTube. All right, $115. $115 for Chroma, $139 for Rurczak. Doogie says it's... I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. So I'm going to stick with what I knew going into the tournament, and then I'll learn how to pronounce it later when we have another placard. Ratchet says, no next box is painful, honestly. Well, thank you for your honesty. I appreciate it. Tetris Rurczak 152, 131 for Chroma. The winner of this moves on to the top 16, where Gerald Freeman awaits, which is not today. But will be at some point. We do start on level 9 in these no next box tournaments. If you've been watching, you can understand why. It's very challenging to play without knowing what the next piece is. And so you end up having to, you know, waste several frames just recognizing what the piece is and then calculating very quickly where it's supposed to go on your board, which is something that you're pretty much doing in normal Tetris when you're placing the piece before it. 182 for Chroma, 191 for Rurczak. Rurczak, good pace right now. Both players really in good pace. It's today. Wait, Gerald, it's today? Is it? No one told me that. LOZ Cards Fan says, I wonder what the world record is for the highest no next box score. So there is an unrecorded 611. So I guess it wouldn't really qualify as the world record since it was not recorded. But the recorded world record is Dog Playing Tetris 558,000. Gerald in chat here has a is said to have a 611. I believe him, but again, it's not recorded. So 209 entry into 10 for Chroma, 207 for Rurczak. I have a slide with the world record progression I'll show you in between games. It's not the overall leaderboard. Oh my goodness, Chroma in trouble. And this is pure guesswork. Chroma going to top out 210. Rurczak good in game number 1. Gerald says, I thought that's what we agreed. No one told me that. I'm willing to do it if the other players are willing to do it. But Rurczak, you are good in game 1. I'm willing to do it. And I'm prepared to do it. But yeah, no one told me about it. So I'm going to leave it up to the winner of this to determine if they want to do it, and if they don't want to do it, that is 100% binding and fine, because I have not heard that. All right, looks like both players are ready in game number 2. Oh, I didn't show you the slide. That's all right. They were ready too quickly. All right, game number 2, Rurczak up 1-0. Yeah, I guess I chatted on that thread, but I didn't really read it. I just saw that Chroma said, I can't eat dinner until 8. And I was like, oh God, oh no. But I didn't really know what I was responding to, so. All right, yeah, I guess that is what is agreed. All right, I guess they all agreed to it, so. I guess we're going to do the Gerald match after this, assuming that is still, that is the agreement. That's what we're going to do. We were going to go to Costco at noon. So we might have to delay that a little bit. I'll let Sue know. $24,000 Chroma, $25,000 Rurczak, but basically it wasn't in. The only thing I actually really look at is the Discord schedule. So if it's not in the Discord schedule, then I don't know it. You know what I mean? So it's got to be in there for me to know. Like, no one can guarantee I read the scheduling threads. That's for the schedulers and the players. And sometimes I look over there. All right, 36,000 for Chroma, 38,000 for Rurczak. Costco got switched from Pepsi to Coke, huh? That's interesting. As long as they have Coke Zero, then I'm all good. I got the I got the calzone at Costco. They have a calzone on the menu. I got it. Because I am a Costco enthusiast. It's like one of my hobbies here. 61,000 Chroma. He's going to chuck a long bar over to the right side. Just try to bring this board back down and get ready to play again. All right, so according to what I'm reading here, it looks like we're going to do the Gerald match. So long as the players have the understanding that that is what is happening. I mean, this mode is so tiring. I can't imagine someone agreeing to it, but okay. 76,000 for both players, same line count, so we are super neck and neck. Oh, I'm glad I'm prepared. Gerald just trying to get an advantage. All right, so I guess we do have a third match that potentially will happen here. All right, Chroma doing some guesswork here. Most pieces are going to go to the left. Really, just one is the one he wants to get over to the right. And you can see he kind of, cheats the piece over to the left and trying to readjust it back. And that's going to be a top out for Chroma at 90,000. So Rurczak good in game number 2. Chroma playing too high, I think. And really Rurczak playing too high right now as well. And but it was enough. And the bars were very close. They were off only by a couple bars, so it's not 100% bars. Accounts for the difference. So, all right, looks like both players are ready. They're both on Tetris, not on Transition Trainer, so that's good. Let's get them started in game number 3. Rurczak up 2 games to none. So Chroma needs to win this one to continue on in the tournament and the match. All right, Tetris Chroma, that's his first one. And there's Rorschach's first one. All right, we are pretty close to the score as we begin this game number 3. Four Tetrises, though, now for Chroma. 3 for Rorczak. There's one Rorczak, 49,000. Parabex says, is Rorczak on keyboard? I think Rorczak is on computer. I mean, I'm sorry, controller. C words. Controller. Yeah, there you go. I know words. All right, Chroma setting up kind of an overhang there. Going to fix it with the spin. 87,000 Rorschach, 75,000 for Chroma. All right, Tetris Rorschach, 189,000 Chroma. So decent paces halfway to, or less than halfway to level 10. Level 10 kicks in at 100 lines. That is the first speed increase. Another one at 13, another one 16, another one 19. Tetris Rorschach, 125, 114 for Chroma. And it is crazy, you know, you watch at this speed, you see the challenge they have getting the pieces where they want them or finding a good landing spot for them. And you see these speed increases and you're so used to like level 10, level 12 being slow levels, you know, level 13 even. And it's like, they just seem so fast watching them in comparison. Once you're, you know, primed for a while playing level 9. And it's like, oh my God, level 18 is like impossible. How could anyone play on that? Tetris Rorschach, 151, 140 for Chroma. Andrew says, wait, is Gerald actually playing after this? Yeah, I go back through the scheduling thread and it looks like the players agreed to that. I wasn't aware of it until Gerald just said it in chat here, but it does seem like the players did agree to that. It wasn't in the schedule, in the Discord schedule. That's the only thing I really do look at. I don't read the scheduling thread. Oh, Rorschach gets a Tetris there down the middle, one row dirty, and really couldn't have come at a better time because he had hung an L piece over on the right side. So now he's got to fix this. He's got room to do it now after that Tetris. So a crisis averted here, it looks like, for Rorschach. And we're just 20 lines from that level 10 transition. How many lines high would the board need to be so that no next box felt like normal Tetris? How many lines high would the board need to be so that no next box felt like normal Tetris? I feel like it would have to be -7. I mean, it's not going to feel like normal Tetris because you can't, for one thing, you can't maintain DAS and you can't get, you can't move the piece on the first frame, which is really the goal, that all Tetris players have, is to move that piece as early as you can. So, I don't know that it'll ever feel like regular Tetris, but, I feel like it would have to be -4 high. I mean, I'm not sure how to answer that. Maybe. And Gerald says reaction time is 200 milliseconds, so however many squares a piece falls in that time. But even then, you're not really able to maintain DAS. McMonkey says, what does it mean to maintain DAS? I've never heard that phrase before. Well, if you're playing a DAS game, you don't just automatically, get that piece whipping left and right no matter when you start to move it. You have to charge DAS, right? By holding the piece against a wall into the next piece or moving the piece on the first frame as you enter it in. So DAS is like super challenging, not just because of the speed limitation, but because it's also not automatic that you're going to have your full speed on every piece. You actually have to do something to make sure that that happens. All right, both players now are post-transition into level 10 and now into level 11. 263 for Chroma, 230 for Rurczak. So we've got ourselves a game here. Hepta says, my best tip to have fun in Tetris, don't play no Xbox. But anyway, McMonkey, if you want to take a, if you want to find out like how DAS works, or tutorials on YouTube, and it'll actually tell you how it all works. But yeah, if you ever heard of, someone saying, oh, they lost DAS or whatever, it's basically the same thing. I mean, your goal is to not lose it as often as you can. 249 here for Rurczak, and he is in total guess mode now. And this board is so complicated, and that is going to be a top out for Rurczak. Chroma is good. And Chroma, if you do want to mullen it out, that's okay. It's a good score. 349 through 14 is excellent. He's had a couple of really good paces in this one. All right, Tetris Chroma 368. I mean, I don't know if anybody's super excited about getting no Xbox PVs and records, so I understand if players do not care about mullening it out, but all right, level 15 for Chroma. Basically 4 lines away from that 16 speed increase. That is the same speed as level 18, and he's in. And you can see just how impossibly fast this looks. Oh, he kind of taps that long bar over to the left. After this game, players, just give me about 60 seconds. And I got to believe that this is higher than Chroma's qualifier. What was Chroma's qualifier? Oh, I didn't report that first match either. Okay, players, just give me 60 seconds, please. I just need 60 seconds, okay? You guys can warm up or do whatever you need. All right, I am back, players. So when you are ready, players, we can continue on. Chroma takes that one. And what were the results of the first match? Was it 3-1 Chroma? 3-1? I don't recall saying the word sweep, and it was not a decider, so I think it was 3-1. Okay. Yeah, it was 3-1. Got it. Thank you. All right. It is game number 4. Let's get these two players started. Oh, wait. Nope. Oh, Chroma did not signal ready. Sorry. You don't have to start. I thought Chroma wasn't. I thought Chroma was ready. If you want to start, you can. If you need me to hold up, then that's fine. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead and just start. Yep. Good. Yeah, sorry about that. Once in a while, I jump the gun on the countdown. So my apologies, but it looks like Chroma was readying anyway, so we're good. Everything is great. All right, game number 4 between Rurczak and Chroma. So my understanding is that we will be playing the Gerald match after this one. I didn't know that coming into that, but we're gonna do it. So I had to go let Sue know about the change of plans, a little Costco delay. But for you Costco fans out there, if you want to know what the calzone was like, I can tell you a little bit if you want to know. Tetris Chroma 27,000, 37,000 for Rurczak. You know, Costco a frequent topic during Classic Tetris Monthly. Okay, Tetris Chroma 51,000, 50,000 Rurczak. Welcome, Zoltan. DJ Mr. Bro says Costco has a calzone at the food court now. They do. So basically, if you're familiar with the chicken bake, like no one cares. If you're familiar with the chicken bake, it's the same dough as the chicken bake on the outside, and I think the inside is almost like you scraped the toppings off of one of their pepperoni pizzas, right? So it's almost, if you like the chicken bake and the pizza, it's kind of like that combined. But I'd rather get the chicken bake or the pizza. So, I mean, listen, if you're a calzone snob, like I sort of am, you know, you're going to blanch, but all right, Rurczak in a bit of a pickle here and really just kind of all in on a bar and has to cheat it over. And oh no, and see, he's like, oh, he finally got the bar. Why didn't he put it to the right? There's just no time. And that is a top out for Rurczak, and Chroma is good in game number 4. So we are tied. Mr. Brain says, I tried the chicken bake once and didn't like it. Oh my God. Mr. Brain, I'm not sure we can be friends now. The chicken bake is, I think my body mass is about 20% chicken bake, 30% Taco Bell. All right, I will, thanks to the raid RXS Party of 9. Decider time, by the way. All right, looks like both players are ready, so let's get them started. Rurczak, Chroma, Decider. The winner faces Gerald In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. It's the juice time. Yeah, apple juice time for all y'all. The juice time. We should have probably have it. We should have an apple juice one. You know, now non-alcoholic option for the kids. Grape juice. Why can't it just be normal apple cider? Oh, well, I guess you've got a point there. I guess they just sell apple cider. So I don't know how, like regular apple cider, right? Not the alcoholic version. How is that made? Like, what is cider as opposed to juice? Because I've seen like natural apple juice, and that's cloudy, and cider is cloudy. So is it just the spices that make the cider? Like, what is it makes it a cider? I've never thought about it or looked into it. 28. You think I would know everything about cider since it's, you know, very important to our stream. But Emily is useless, says it's the seasoning, so it's just the stuff you put into it. Got it. Tetris Rurczak 40,000, 50,000 Chroma. Well, thank you. Emily is useless. Total contradiction of your name, because I found that very useful. And a first-time chatter. What the heck? All right, Tetris Chroma, 62,000. All right, little spin there for Chroma. Got an overhang. Going to use the J to fix it. Rorschach could use a long bar in the middle of the board, so of course he gets one. Because that's what Tetris does, right? You need a piece, and it's like, oh, man. Let's help the player out and give him the piece he needs. That is the spirit of Tetris. All right, Rorschach taking a triple to bring this down. Long bar, Tetris, Rorschach, 58,000, 77,000 for Chroma. Emily, unfortunately, is also a good screen name. If you ever think about changing your screen name, Emily, unfortunately, is another good one. All right, Rorschach now with a covered left side well. And this is going to be really tough. So Rorschach needs to bring this down so he can start, you know, so he can get those extra frames. So he can start, you know, so he can get those extra frames to think about here. But you can still see, you know, oh, do I go left or right? And you get that kind of wall in the middle that you have to kind of choose, you know, which side of the fence you're going to hop over before you know what piece it is. And he could have used that long bar to the middle, but it didn't know it, right? And it comes out and you move it and it's too late. So that is going to be a top out for Rorschach. And Chroma is going to take this one in a decider and will be moving on to the top 16. So Rorschach, congratulations on getting into round 2. But I guess Chroma is just becoming a no next box specialist. So now Chroma, you got to play more. you have to play more now. And Rorschach, really, with the real prize, never has to play this again. So it's really more, it is a congratulations for Rorschach, really. You have exited the tournament early, and your net happiness will increase. Gerald Freeman says, might need like 5 minutes. Really? Okay. Oh my God. All right, we'll watch Chroma mulling this out. If you want to mulling it out, I mean, I would try to not play at all if I could. Evesy says Rorschach is free from this pain. Yeah, wait until the next STM No Next box. Well, that's at least a year from now, so we will not be repeating No Next box in a given year. So really what we're doing is the winner of this tournament, we are saying that they are the No Next box world champion, right? We're claiming that they are the world champion. We're declaring it. So, you know, you get to go around and say, I'm the No Next box Tetris world championship or champion, right? There's no other No Next box championship. This is it. Now Rorschach going to play 19 with an Xbox, and it's like, oh my God, Tetris is fun again. Storm and Norman loves no long bars for next STM. Yeah, that is very highly probable that that is what it's going to be. It's a good pace again for Chroma. So Chroma really able to pace in this mode. You know, anything, you know, 200 and 220 especially at the level 10 transition, really good. Oh, nice adjust for Chroma. What the heck? All right, you're live. All right, Rorschach. GG's again to you. We're going to go ahead and Chroma, you can keep playing. I'll set the scene up while you play. So goodbye, number 12, and hello, number 5. All right. So Chroma, you have to keep playing. I'm so sorry. You're actually doing a gauntlet, shaking my head. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like 3 matches in a row is... You're a hero for agreeing to this, honestly. I mean, it moves the tournament along a lot. I didn't know we were going to determine a top 8 player. But it does move it along quite a bit, so thank you for agreeing. All right, we'll get our Gerald in here. Let's see, what are you? Seed number 5. And we had seed number 12, so you're seed 5. Oh, Gerald wearing the official shirt of Scanball. The St. Kitts and Nevis shirt. Chroma, if you need a moment, you can take it. Hopefully your AirPods are still okay. If you need a moment, you can take it. You deserve it. Chroma, you just better hope you don't win. What is it? What is this hat? You met Scanball this weekend? Oh, hazelnut milk. All right, good hat. Gerald, no baguette. Baguette days are done. Oh, rip. That was Gerald was most famous for, besides his 2 Masters wins. Baguette, of course. All right, looks like both players are ready. It's the top 16. I didn't know we were doing the top 16 match heading into this, but we're doing it. It's Gerald versus Chroma. Both players are ready. They want to eat. Oh, there is a baguette. All right, let's go ahead and get them started in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right, let's see if we can actually start a game with no problems. We'll see. Chroma, are you going to... Yes. All right, look at that. The next piece isn't showing. They started on the right level. Or this is like half the battle. You know, so that... I mean, we have... This is going to go well. On the left side of your screen, you might know this guy, seed number 5 from the United States of America. So united. So many states, so united. Qualified in with a 440,000 average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. He got a 2-round bye in this tournament in virtue of his top 16 seeding. Chroma scrambling now to start off. And oh no, Chroma might have just reached his no next box limit, because that is a top out and I cannot get through the introduction. So Chroma, you get the, I don't know, the golden sombrero or whatever it is. So Gerald, you are good in game 1. Chroma has, you got 14 back-to-back ZNS pieces. Did you? I mean, it does seem like a lot of Z's and S's. For sure. That's right, Scamball shirt. Oh, yeah, while I'm at it, let me show you that. I will show you the world record progression. Somebody asked about that real quick before we start this one. Where is it? This is world record progression. This is not the high score list. This is the world record history, right? Every time it was improved. The current recorded record is 558. The player on your left, Gerald, has an unrecorded 611. Ben Mullen was the first. The first tapper to get it was Poet. Jerpy held it for 4 years, mostly because no one else was playing it. Dog got the new record this month, and Gerald, I'm not exactly sure when his unrecorded one happened, but there you go. That is the world record history. You can pause it and go back if you need to. All right, let me refresh both these streams and or at least Chroma's stream, and make sure we're kind of lined up here. You might be out of juice. To be honest, I don't care. All right. You're not out of juice. You've got juice. Let's go. Both players ready. Game number 2. Gerald up 1-0. See, Gerald knows what he's doing, man. He's like, I'm going to get someone to play 2 or 3 in a row before they play me, and or at least 2 in a row before they play me. Well, prize pool is pretty good in this, you know. I mean, prize pool is up to over 1,000. 450 for the winner. So it's not too bad. So if you can hang in there, it's not bad scratch for stupid Tetris Monthly. Anyway, on the left side of your screen, Gerald, seed number 5, 440 qualifier. He's a 2-time CTM Masters event winner. Cole Bucket, or Cole in chat, says, Gerald coming back for only stupid Masters is the most Gerald thing ever. Yeah, I totally agree. Gerald, as I said, a 2-time CTM Masters event winner. Won it in December of 2022. That was against Sidnev. And I think that was the last time. Was that like the last time we had no cam? I think so. And then won it again in June 2023. That was against Eric ICX in the finals. You've seen Gerald play a bunch of different stuff. A lot of Classic Tetris League. You've seen Gerald at Philadelphia Regional in 2024. Came in second to Tristop in that one. And Gerald was a regular in the CTM Masters event throughout 2022 through 2023 and a bit in 2024 as well. Played in Mega Masters 3 times. Went out to Dog in 2022 and 2023. Went out to Fractal in 2024. And Gerald, during his time when he was most active, considered one of the top 5 players in the world. And then went away. Said, I got other stuff to do, and is now back playing stupid Tetris Monthly, which is great. 87,000 for Chroma, 74,000 Gerald. On the right side of your screen, Chroma with a 327 qualifier, defeated Draco in round 1, defeated Rurczak in round 2, and now has made it into the top 16 of a tournament he doesn't really care about, which is good. So Chroma representing South Korea. He's won a community tournament back December 2023. He's been all over CTM, including a couple appearances in Challengers, played in Mega Masters in 2024, debuted in the Monthly Masters June, so last month's tournaments. Played in Das Masters 5 times, finishing as high as the top 8, which he did in May. So 99,000 here for Gerald, 136 for Chroma. Gerald has is the author, apparently, of a 611,000 in no next box mode. It would be the world record if you count unrecorded world records or unofficial world records. You know, claims taken seriously by people, but is not recorded. So, you know, you can just you can decide. Is Gerald credible? Or is he incredible? 114 for Gerald. Long bar over Tetris Gerald, 126. 160 for Chroma. So Chroma with a good lead right here, but also ahead by 9 lines. Sonny says, I think Gerald actually secretly has an unclaimed max out. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll see. Cole says, Gerald saw Tetris people in real life and retired. All right, Chroma in a bit of a pickle here. Oh, needs a bar. Oh, and see, you just guess on every piece, and you're just stuck chucking every long bar the way that you don't need it. I mean, that's no next box right there. That is no next box right there. So the Chasedown for Gerald is 165. People are like, oh, well, you got the next box. Why is he not putting it on the right side? It's because you can't react fast enough to do it. And so what ends up happening is you get like what Chroma did, just multiple in a row, and you guess them the wrong way, and then you start guessing the other way, hoping like, oh, I'm on a run of long bars, and it doesn't come. I mean, just don't react and guess right, says Sonny. Indeed. So we are paying our top 8 in this tournament. So whoever wins this match will get into the money. Chroma is hungry. I think that's what it is. Chroma is like, I'm missing dinner. I want my dinner. I'm hungry. I'm cranky. 165, that is the target for Gerald. He's taking his time, doing what he got to do. Tetris is here on 9, worth 12,000, so he's less than a Tetris away now, and he's open for it. And the long bar gets over, and there's a Tetris for Gerald. You're trolling to finish this match early? All right, that's your decision. That is your decision. The winner does go into the prize pool. We are paying the top 8. Just saying. Okay. Looks like both players are ready. Gerald up 2-0. Let's get them started in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh, we should pay out the bottom 8 in Stupid Tetris Monthly? Oh, maybe. I mean, the bottom 8 get the virtue of never having to play this again. Condensed Aaron says, congrats, Vandy. You've managed to make a tournament people can't wait to be knocked out of. Yeah. And yet, it has attracted new people to play their first competitive matches, and it has attracted people coming back who were previously retired. So I don't know. It's just very polarizing mode, right? So next month, I think we are going to do no long bars. All right, Chroma up pretty high here. It has a skim, has a couple more birds available. Gets a long bar over at Tetris Chroma 24,000. So yeah, it'll be no long bars, and then it's going to be, you know, just like regular competitive Tetris match. Level 18 starts, no long bars. So it'll be a fast mode, right? This is a slow, grindy mode. That'll be a, you know, normal Tetris speed mode. 39,000 Gerald, 48 Chroma. Is a patch for the format on the pinned ROM page channel somewhere. It's it. You can do it. I think you can do it in Gym if you've got Gym. Yeah, you go into drought mode and you put it on the highest mode. I'm trying to do modes that are in Gym, right? Things that you can do in Gym without any mods. Because even if you have like Game Genie mode, like most people don't have a Game Genie. A lot of people don't have an original Tetris cart. They just have Tetris Gym. So at least as we start off with, until people, you know, kind of see, oh, I want to do more of this. Maybe I'll get a Game Genie and an OG card or an EverDrive or whatever. I'm trying to do stuff that you can do in Gym. We should do Bears STM. Well, we're doing Bears Championship in October. We got to do some death matches beforehand. Because people don't really fully believe that we're doing it, but we are doing it. Whether people are ready or not. 98,000 for Chroma, 76,000 for Gerald. I should probably make a matcherino so we can start getting prize pool for it, but evidence suggests we shouldn't believe it. The evidence has been that I've been putting it on the schedule slide the entire time. I've been told you a million times that we're doing it. Not just leaving it on a calendar and saying, I mean, we are doing it. 100,000 for Gerald. You got to understand, Sonny, this could be my very last year doing this. And I'm doing all of my bucket list things. So, you know, I wanted to do Tap Masters. We did Tap Masters. I wanted a DAS tournament last year. We did DAS Masters. Stupid Tetris Monthly, I wanted to bring back. It's coming back. So I'm doing all the stuff that I wanted to do. That way I can, if this is my last year, then I can have no regrets. Tetris Chroma 158, 125 for Gerald. Now I just got to get the max out, and then I can definitely make it my last year. Can I add Sonny wins Masters onto my bucket list real quick? Yeah, you got it. Well, you know, go win an STM, and then at least you can feel like, you know, you won something. 150 for Gerald, 183 for Chroma. So good, really good pace for Chroma right now. Needs a bar for a bail and gets the bar. Could use one more, but he has burns that he can take this down. There's one. $162 Gerald. Gerald playing really flat and good. All right, Chroma's still holding out for that bar, but he can chop it down a little more. Yeah, so he's getting a little droughted, and the bar gets in. All right, board a little dependent here for Chroma. Gets an L, wants a J. Gerald getting a little droughted as well, and ended up having to stack pretty high over, so high that he couldn't get a bar square over all the way to the left. So he's gonna have to clean that up. Chroma now with a good board, 193, 88 lines, and the kind of tuck or T-spin there for Gerald, and now his board bifurcated, forked. He's filling in the left though. You can see when they get up a little bit higher, they end up having to gamble and guess. $217 for Chroma, 183 for Gerald. So Chroma 230 into 10. That's a very healthy transition. Again, 300,000 total points available. A little over that. Basically 301,200 available between 9 and the 10 transition. So he captured a good amount of that. Tetris Gerald into 10 at 210. So Chroma with the higher transition by about a Tetris heading into 10. So the speed is increased. We were going 30 miles an hour. Now we're going 36 miles an hour. Wow. All right, Chroma with a Tetris 274. And the first two games of this match, kind of early top outs here, but this one is, or has turned into a contest here, past level 10. You love to see them both go past level 10. Tetris for Chroma, 306 on level 12. 4 lines away from the level 13 speed increase. And soon we're going to be going 45 miles an hour. Oh my goodness. All right, it has gotten faster. I think you can see it. On 13 from top to bottom, pieces take 1 1/3 seconds to fall. Gerald's in, 278. Chroma's board up a little bit high here, able to snake a T around. Now, if he can get a bar real quick, all right, he ends up blocking. This could be real bad. So we'll see what Chroma can do. A lot of guesswork here. Oh, the bar cannot get over. Oh, and he gets 3 bars in a row and can't do anything with him. So the top out is 327. The target for Gerald, 328. Gerald, 328. Tetris is on 14, worth 18,000. So a Tetris and a half is what Gerald needs. He does not have to get it by way of the Tetris, but you know, the speed's about to get faster in 14 lines. So he at least wants to take a good board. There's a nice triple. So he's now within one Tetris. And he is set up for it. And if he gets a bar and gets it in. Oh, so Gerald has to block. He can't uncover with that, can't uncover with that, can't uncover with that. He can uncover with that, and he gets a bar over, and that is a Tetris for Gerald. So Gerald going to take this one in a sweep. It's possible Chroma just kind of ran out of gas, but he had a really good game in game number 3. And if he had been able to sort of play like that in his first 2 games, we might still be playing this one. So GG's to Chroma. You had a good run. You made it into this top 16. But Gerald is going to take this one in a sweep. We'll see what Gerald can do here. Gerald has not really been tested so far in this match. We'll see how deep he can play. $381 on 17. Can he downstack this at all? All right, GG's Chroma. Congrats on your run. It was a great run. And hopefully we'll see you back in other STMs. And Gerald going to top out 382. So Gerald now into the top 8. And again, Chroma, congratulations on your run. Of course, you run into, you know, basically the unofficial world record holder, Gerald. That is not going to be easy no matter what. So that certainly has got to get into your head. So let me go ahead and show you guys the brackets again. GG's Gerald. You have to keep playing this. Chroma, you are free. You never have to play it again. All right, let's show you the brackets. We started off Chroma versus Draco. Chroma was the winner of that. Took on Rurczak. Seed upset there. Chroma played into Gerald. And Gerald took that one in a sweep. And there, let me refresh the top 8. So why is that not showing? I don't know why that's not showing. Did I? Oh, because it didn't fully report. That's why. Okay, there we go. Should be good now. So Gerald, yeah, you'll see Gerald now into that blue bracket. We just use those colors once we get to the top 8 because the website doesn't let us keep their original colors. But Gerald in that blue top 8. So what's going to feed into that? What's going to feed into that is this blue Scooty versus Shadow. So I think what we're going to try to do is schedule Scooty, Shadow, winner versus Gerald for the next one. All right, enjoy your dinner, Chroma. So we're making progress. We are making progress. We got 2 semifinalists already determined. We got another top 8er here. So when is the next event? We have the tomorrow, basically the same start time, half hour later actually. Tomorrow, the green and teal top 16 in this tournament. It's going to be Andy versus Ghost. Former world record holder Jerpy takes on Cobra. And then the winners of those will face off, and we will have a green top 4 player determined tomorrow. So join us at 10:30 Texas time. Should be 15:30 UTC. Everyone on this screen right now is in the money. We are paying the top 8. And thanks to... We did have a contributor, right? Let me refresh the screen here. Yeah, it was Mino Floof contributed $50 and said, "Thank you, Vandy, for the great Tetris entertainment and commentary." Thank you so much, Mino Floof, for supporting the players and their prize pool. Really appreciate that. So we're up to 1132, 33 in no next box, which is absolutely bonkers. That is crazy. Thanks to those of you who supported the stream this time. New followers, OK Jin. Subs, Chroma, Amino Floof, Fancy Mimi, and raids from RXS. Really appreciate that. Thanks to our patrons. Everybody on this stream supporting the channel, patreon.com/monthly Tetris. You can go there, make an ongoing pledge of support, keep this channel going, just like everybody here has. And a big shout out to Scott Gray, Jay in the Window, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cacket, Mila, and Jason. And also we had a contribution from Tachnerus, direct contribution via PayPal earlier. So thank you, Tachnerus, for that as well. And yeah, so that is what we got. Join us tomorrow. That's what's on the schedule. Just Green Teal Top 16 and the actually really going to happen ESWT BBWC 2022 happening in October 2025. So that is really going to happen. Get the game. Join the community on speedrun.com. Join the Bears server and get practicing, because we are going to have an ESWT BBWC in October. It's coming up. You know, August to September, October, 2 months, basically 2.5 months away. It's happening. Be ready. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out. YouTube, have a great time. Geno and Mr. Burrow, Zoltan, Supermark, Mr. Brain, Sven, Earl Tan, Black Ops, Sood, everybody else, thanks for hanging out. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. And Twitch, you are here. Thanks, Kat. Appreciate y'all. I don't know if anyone else is playing Terrors. Oh, Robin. Robin is raising funds to go to Jonas Cup, so why don't we support Robin? See if we can get her out to Jonas Cup, which is in like 2 months. I'm not going, but I'll be watching. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.